Alec Bradley puck. Yeah, puck, like hockey puck. Like Puck, the weird satyr thing from like Greek mythology. Like Puck, when you try to use an expletive, but you're like around a 7-year-old, so you don't want to be a bad influence. Anyway, again, this is Cigar Vlog. Okie doke. So, the Alec Bradley Puck is one of those kind of everyday cigars that, if I'm not mistaken, this is a Cuban sandwich style, which means you have a bunch of short filler, with like a couple leaves of long filler for the overall around everything before you get to the binder. Basically, take long filler, fill it with short filler, kind of like a hot dog, bind it, wrap it, and boom. You end up being able to use a lot of leftover product to make something nice, but cheap. And that's kind of the whole shtick with these. They're affordable, and they are still a reputable brand with a reputable price. Okay, I think that's alright. Anyway, if I seem a little off today, it is like 90-something degrees out here. I am still ridiculously hot, and yeah, my brain is kind of starting to melt. Yes, for me, 90 degrees is hot. So right off the bat, definitely has the typical kind of cigar lounge aroma. You know, welcome to the cigar lounge, a smoky bar, or something like that. You get that kind of smoke smell. You know, that's kind of the aroma that comes off the foot of this, flavor-wise. Clean tobacco. I want to say almost a cocoa-y, coffee cocoa thing. Excuse me. So there was like a very weird notch in that tree limb. It's kind of grossing me out, so I'm going to go ahead and get away from that fucking tree. And back onto some concrete here. Anyway. Yeah, flavor is clean, a little earthy. I want to say kind of a coffee cocoa-ish kind of thing. Overall, good start. I'm going to go ahead and get this down to about the first inch. And try not to fry in the sun. Because there is like no cloud cover until you get way over, like off in the boonies. Alright, I'll get back to you at the first inch. Always nice when they paint over the graffiti with like the same color paint. Yeah, I don't know what the hell was going through there when they did this shit. Anyway, about an inch in. God, the echo in here is insane. About an inch in, and things are pretty similar to how they started. There's kind of a slight kind of perfumey note. You know, like a, let's say a subtle floral note, along with like a little bit of coffee kind of cocoa-ish thing. A little smoky, a little, you know, campfire smoky, a little earthy. Overall, not bad. Okay, so I'm going to be careful about where I stand, because inside the tube is an echo chamber. Outside the tube, you got the fucking Colorado death ray. Ugh. Not as bad as Texas, I hear, but still, you know, just like, you know, I like cold. I like cold. Not too cold, but I prefer cooler as opposed to, you know, sweat. Anyway. Construction so far seems to be okay. You can see a little bit of stretches here and there every so often. But otherwise, nothing like really stands out as being a particular flaw, you know. It's got a couple, it's got a nice, looks like about a double cap on there, so that's always a good sign. And the band on here is loose enough that I'm just going to go ahead and yank this because there's no reason for it to be there. Also, I brought my little ashtray out, so hopefully I'll be able to gauge where the halfway point is, which I think is going to be right about here. So anyway, I'm just kind of like making excuses to fill time for some reason. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and get this down to the halfway point and get a proper update from there, and hopefully the wind will not blow into my fucking mic out of the fucking blue. Fuck. Anyway. Okay, so think about the halfway point. Yes, it's still hot out here. No, I don't have any water. So, makes for a very not fun day. Anyway. Flavors so far, if I can avoid inhaling that shit, yeah. Flavors so far have been pretty consistent. Get that little kind of campfire smoky, strong coffee hit, maybe a little cocoa. I want to say like maybe a little bit of pepperiness, like on the very tail end. Every so often you get some floral notes. Retrohale is basically more of the same. Overall, not bad. Considering the fact that you get these for about $40 a box, because they're El Cheapos. That's kind of the whole point of the Cuban sandwich thing, is to be El Cheapo. You can definitely do a lot worse. And yes, I've had worse that cost more, and yeah. That was years ago, I don't remember it, but I'm just trying to wrap my brain around the fact that it's too hot out here to think. Yeah, anyway. The only issue I've had so far is a slight tunneling thing, and that might just be me wasting a little too much time trying to think about what I'm going to say next. Go figure. Like an entire box of these things, the one I go to review is the one that has a little bit of a burn issue. But nothing a good touch-up can't fix. It's like, I swear, the wind knows when to come up. It's like, oh hey, you press the record button, blow. Anyway, went ahead and yanked the band because it's just a sticker band, so it comes off nice and clean. I'm going to go ahead and get this down to the nub and see if this gets hopefully a little more interesting. Yeah, so far, yeah, it's good. It's just kind of not a whole lot going on, you know. Okay, it looks like the nub to me. So far, flavor has been pretty consistent. It's a little smoky, obviously. I mean, like campfire smoky. A little coffee, a little cocoa, subtle sweet, occasionally a little bit of a floral note. Retrohale is more of the same, and it's kind of one of those things that it's unobtrusive. So imagine this: you're hanging out, you got a friend, good conversation, cold drink. It's a hot afternoon. You're just puffing away on this. It's good. It's got that kind of inviting cigar lounge aroma, and it's not going to end up drawing your attention away from your company, your conversation, you know. It's one of those cigars that you can have it every day, and if you do, it's kind of like, it's good, and it gets to the point where you just kind of don't notice it, which is kind of an odd way to put that. But anyway, yeah, so far, yeah, the entire box of these has been absolutely nice, and just very good every day. Also, I'm going to try to be a little careful here. I found something that struck my fancy a little bit here. There's a lot of algae in here, so I just happened to poke around, and I saw this. Much as I don't condone graffiti, whoever did this has some freaking talent, and I would hope that they find a better media of expression than a wall that somebody's going to paint over. I just thought I'd go ahead and throw that in as a little bonus, because that was really nice, considering the fact that the spots that got painted over before were like just dick and balls. Why people are obsessed with that shit, I have no idea. But anyway, that aside, yeah, this is the kind of cigar you smoke when you find interesting stuff like that. So anyway, that's pretty much all I got for this one. For the price, you can't beat them. You get an actual box of them, not a bundle. And as long as you don't have any problems with the Cuban sandwich, they're pretty good. Definitely check them out. I'm going to say these are probably one of the better everyday cigars I've had. Anyway, that's pretty much all I got for this one. If you like this review or any other review, you can handle me tripping over my own tongue. Like, subscribe, leave a comment. Let me know if you had a different experience. Beyond that, check out my Twitch stream Sunday to Friday night, 10 p.m. to 2 a.m. Eventually, I will put a link to the VOD channel, so if you don't make it live, you can still see the actual broadcast. And I don't know, you get bored as hell. My streams are a little slow, sorry. Anyway, that's pretty much all I got for this one. I'll see you next time.